Imagine waking up each day brimming with plans and ambition, only to find yourself weighed down by an invisible force by midday. This phenomenon isn't just an occasional experience. It's the insidious grip of guilt making its presence felt. It's the nagging voice that whispers you could do more or that you haven't done enough, instilling a sense of frustration and overwhelming doubt that halts your momentum. Guilt, in its stealthy nature, operates like a mental parasite, undermining your focus and draining your motivation. Despite appearing to drive you towards greater productivity, it ultimately drags you down. There's a haunting irony in believing that an emotion designed to spur action could instead tether you to a state of inaction. As the day progresses, the weight of these unrelenting thoughts often becomes too heavy to bear, leading to an internal chaos that obstructs your path to accomplishment. The weight of guilt remains largely unaddressed, cloaked in secrecy. It's not merely about unfulfilled tasks. It encompasses feelings surrounding perfectionism, the pressure to say yes to every request, and the discomfort of taking a necessary break. This mental baggage accumulates like an unseen barrier, distorting your ability to engage in the productivity you desire, leaving you feeling detached and unsatisfied despite being busy. Reflect on those moments when you check off tasks only to feel an overwhelming sense of dissatisfaction. This is productivity guilt in action. You may have accomplished much, but a lingering dissatisfaction clouds your mind. Production should be about intention, not just output, yet guilt obscures your intentions, rendering you reactive and lacking thoughtful planning. You start to operate from a place of shame, as if every pause threatens your progress. Solidifying this cycle often comes from harsh self-talk, where questions arise shrouded in guilt. Why didn't you do better? Why are you taking time for yourself? This is not motivation. It's guilt masquerading as self-improvement. The more you heed this voice, the more entrenched you become in associating rest with failure and achievement with punishment.
Breaking free from this cycle necessitates a clear distinction between guilt and actual growth. Guilt thrives in ambiguity, while growth demands clarity and understanding. Pause and interrogate the roots of your guilt. Is it a legitimate shortcoming or a product of unrealistic expectations? By isolating guilt from the narrative of growth, you will reclaim your focus and rekindle genuine productivity. In the journey of personal growth, shifting from self-judgment to self-inquiry opens up a realm of insights. Instead of berating oneself with thoughts like, "I can't believe I didn't do more today," it's essential to redirect that energy. Ask questions such as, "What made today difficult?" Or, "What did I learn?" Such reflections guide you to understand underlying factors that may have contributed to your day's challenges, transforming guilt into an opportunity for growth rather than a deterrent. One effective strategy to combat feelings of inadequacy is to create a done list every evening. This simple yet powerful exercise allows you to track what you accomplished, rather than solely focusing on the tasks left undone. As you visually witness your achievements laid out before you, you'll be astonished at the extent of your productivity. In doing so, the burdens of guilt begin to alleviate, replaced by a sense of satisfaction and acknowledgement of your hard work. A crucial aspect often overlooked is the concept of rest. Society may have conditioned us to view rest as a sign of weakness, yet it is an integral component of productivity. Just as your phone requires recharging, so too does your mind and body. By reframing rest as a strategic necessity, much like recovery after exercise, you embrace its role in maintaining sharpness and motivation. Remember, rest is not an enemy of progress. It is a vital ally in enhancing your efficiency and creativity. Establishing boundaries is another powerful tool against the guilt that surfaces when saying no. Recognize that denying a request is not an act of selfishness, but rather one of prioritization and focus. Every affirmation of someone else's needs potentially negates your own. When guilt arises, remind yourself that protecting your time enables you to invest in what truly matters to you amplifying your life's purpose and direction.
Lastly, it's vital to understand that you do not need to attain a state of perfection before taking action. Guilt often misleads us into waiting for ideal emotional clarity to move forward, trapping us in inaction. Instead, embrace the fact that it's possible to feel uncertain, yet still make progress. Acknowledge guilt when it arises, but let it propel you into action. Choose intention over guilt, and over time, you'll cultivate a mindset rooted in self-compassion rather than shame. Your journey of growth is valid and worthwhile, deserving of acknowledgement and patience.